So I grew up with a pretty strict dad. When I was young, he had a reminder that he gave us every time we got in trouble. He would tell us, he would say, look, it's one thing to mess up, to make a bad choice or to just blow it, but it is entirely another thing to lie about it. He would tell us, my brother and I, you're going to get in trouble for what you did, but I promise you, if you lie about it and try to cover it up, that trouble is going to get way worse. So we learned a great lesson, and it was pounded into our heads from when we were young, and that lesson is the truth matters. He made it perfectly clear that something so simple as a little lie, a tiny little, what we might call a white lie, was the very beginning of corruption of character. And if you could learn to go through life and not lie, you could protect yourself from a ton of pain and put yourself on the path of being right before God. Look at every person that you know that you would consider of poor moral character, and I bet you find something in common. Lies, and lots of lies. You see, to begin lying is to align yourself with the father of lies. John 8:44 says, you are of your father the devil, and the desires of your father you want to do. He was a murderer from the beginning and does not stand in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaks a lie, he speaks from his own resources, for he is a liar and the father of it. That's talking about the devil. So what happens when telling the truth can, hurt someone, can cause them pain? Because that happens, right? We get asked tough questions, and we're kind of forced into situations where to tell the truth is going to hurt. Well, the Bible gives us some instruction on that. Ephesians 4:14 and 15 says that we should no longer be children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the trickery of men and the cunning craftiness of deceitful plotting, but speaking the truth in love, may grow up in all things into him who is the head, Christ. What does it mean to speak the truth in love? It's actually quite simple. The term in love is a condition of the heart. Do you genuinely love the person that you're about to say a potentially painful truth to? Because if you do, your motivation, your deepest motivation will be to bless them, to help them, to correct them for their own good, their own future. If you find yourself sharing a painful truth with someone because you are in pain yourself and you have this need to lash out, then you might need to check your motivation a bit further, because sometimes we tell the truth to cause pain. We tell the truth because we want someone to hurt. It's not about learning. It's not about blessing them. It's not about teaching them. It's about hurting them. That's not sharing the truth in love. You see, when we share the truth of Christ with someone who doesn't know him, when we correct our kids or tell a close friend that they're on the wrong path, when we share with our spouse a deep hurt or fear, we risk offending, we risk hurting, we risk discouraging and disappointing. But if at the deepest level, the true motivation of our heart is to share the grace of Christ or mold our kids' character into the type of people that will be a blessing to this world, or we're trying to protect a close friend from a damaging path, or we're trying to build our marriage stronger, more transparent maybe, and more able to withstand all the stresses of this world, well, then telling the truth will help us escape many of the pitfalls and snares that the world has for us. And as importantly, it'll help us contribute to others avoiding those same pitfalls and snares. Because when we tell the truth and we love the person we're telling it to, and our intent is to bless them, even if it hurts, then we're doing it God's way. Until next time.